Well, hello everybody. So earlier I did two parts of a video, or two different videos, part one and part two, and I realized that halfway through the first video, my voice stopped recording. I'm not sure what the hell that was all about. So we're back. Gotta do this all over again, which means I need to pull up my information again. Give me one quick second. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I feel is a meta weapon, and this is a PS5, and apparently at the 1 hour mark, or 59 minutes and 59 seconds, I will have to do a part two if I don't hurry this up by then. So, we're going to go back into my favorites, which I don't know why I said back in. I'm doing this video all over again. Um, it looks like I'm missing some of my guns, so I need to put some of my guns back in here. Bear with me one quick moment while I change that. I remember what my guns were. Okay. Those two are missing. I'm missing one more. Which one is my other gun? I'm trying to remember. The carbine. Team 12 and 4. Oh, the M4 is missing. Okay. Alright, so I got all my guns. So these are my favorite guns. These are mainly the ones I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about a few other guns. I'm not going to really touch the DMRs, the snipers, or the shotguns. Pretty sure those are explanatory. Um, I am also not going to touch too many of the carbines, LMGs, or assault rifles, or SMGs. I'm only talking about a few of these guns. If you want to figure out if the other guns that I did not talk about are metas, you're more than welcome to check that out on your own. But for today's video, we're going to focus on what I consider my favorite guns. I use these all the time. I am slightly leveling up a couple of these guns. I retired-ish from playing Battle Royale, and I am now playing Gauntlet because Battle Royale doesn't give you as much weapon XP, and Gauntlet does focus on weapon XP. And it's fun, and it's quads all the time. The worst part is if you get teammates who don't really do a good job, even though I have proven once so far that even if an entire squad quits on you, except for you, and leaves you all by yourself, you can still pull it off. So I play Gauntlet. It's pretty fun. It's a series of 4 game modes. Um, and I get to easily check out what a meta is, and it also, for the challenges, counts as playing multiplayer. So I guess that's the Red Sex version of giving us like a team deathmatch, even though it's squad on squad on squad. Right? There's what 6 or 8 total squads in Gauntlet, and it's the best out of 2 in the last round. Sometimes there's most of the time it's best out of 2. There was one time I did have uh, a 3v, 3 teams versus each other, my team and 2 other teams. It's only happened once, but anyway. So we're gonna get into metas. Um, Now, what exactly do you think is considered a meta? That is the question here. Because I've been told, and I've seen throughout 13 of 17 videos that I've watched in the last 5 days, I've been told the violet laser is a meta. I've been told the green laser is what made it meta. I've been told that a certain scope and a certain ammo and a certain mag and everything else is what makes it meta. I don't think that's the case, if you ask me. Um, Now, I do have certain scopes and I do have certain lasers and I do have certain grips and stuff like that. But not because I thought that's what made the gun meta. It's just because that's what gives me the most stats out of the gun that I use, and it's what fits when I'm using it. Meaning, it's It's just how I am able to control my gun when I'm using my gun. A lot of these guns have a lot of recoil. A lot of guns in Battlefield 6 have recoil. Which, by the way, I did forget to mention at the beginning. This is a Battle 6 meta gun video, not. It's pretty straightforward, which is probably why I didn't think to mention that in the first video I tried to do earlier. But anyway, so this is Battlefield 6 meta guns, not anything else. I don't play COD anymore. I threw COD out the window. I threw COD out the window the minute I saw the trailer for Black Ops 7. I said I'll never play it again. Maybe I'll change my mind on the upcoming Modern Warfare that's coming out. If they do bring back DMZ, because I love DMZ. It was pretty fun. It'd be kind of interesting to see all the new cosmetics and new movement speeds and stuff like that put into DMZ. I think that'd be kind of cool. So, for my guns, I use the SG6, the SGX. I use the AK205. I use SG6 SMG, AK205 carbine, DRS LMG, MP5 also SMG. Going from right to left on the bottom, I use M4 A1, which in Battlefield is a carbine. I use the PP19. In my opinion, this is the AK4 or AKU 74. Or 7 per U. That's how I always used to say because I used to make fun of it. Also, if you add a certain attachment, it's the Bullfrog, the SL9, and the PW7, which in any Call of Duty game ever, even though this is not Call of Duty, but in any Call of Duty, this has always been called the Veil. So these are the guns I use. I'm pretty sure you can set up any of these guns to mimic. I did attempt to do this on the EF88, but I only got it at level 8 right now, and I'm not really having that much fun with it. I don't really care too much about the LA5, which at first I thought was the RAM from Call of Duty, but now I think this is the FLAMAZ, possibly, minus the what do you call that thing that sits on top of the rail? No, it's not a scope or nothing. It's just part of the gun. I don't remember what that's called, but anyway, I think that's actually. Now that I see it, I think the BCR is the FAMAS. Anyway, the TR7 is the RAM. If you look at that, it looks exactly like a RAM. The LA5, I really don't know. I'm trying to remember what this gun looks like. We all know this gun. I don't remember the name of it from Black Ops or Modern Warfare, but the original Warzone, it was that gun they brought in around the time that they came out with Cold War. I don't remember the name of that gun either. Anyway, you got the Holger, the Scar, B368, SOAR, the AK4D, which is in the MP5 family. I forgot what that's called too, but that is in the MP5 family. And then the M433, which in my opinion is the M13B. And then you got the Cord, which is another AK variant. I haven't really seen this one in too many other guns either, except for it kind of has like a MP45 body to it, if you really look at it. But they call it a Cord in this, and it looks more like an AK in this game than it does an MP variant. Then you got the M16, but anyway, so you can take what I do to my guns and kind of apply it at your own risk and do your own spin on it to the other guns. There is 3 exceptions I have to changing what attachments I use depending on the range. The range, in my opinion, as far as a meta, and as far as we're not even going to say meta for the range. The range, in my opinion, depends on what your play style is or what the map is, really. In Gauntlet, there is close range, mid range, and long range. Right? We're sometimes over. Trying to remember. Not radar. The area of the map where you got the control tower and the airstrip. There's that control tower, and sometimes in Gauntlet, we're on that map. Gauntlet uses that map quite a bit. You can play on that map on Rodeo. You can play on that map on Wreckage. I played on that map for the uploading. I can't remember what that's called, but I haven't done that map for Circuitry. Which, if you haven't done Gauntlet, you should really do it. By going into explanations of all the game modes, it's gonna kind of go further than me just trying to do a meta video. So anyway, uh, the only three exceptions I have as far as changing things is the scar or the sore. Um, I do use the violet laser on this. I use my 2 times 10-point scope, and I use a rail cover, standard ammo, 36 round, vertical. Which vertical? The 6H64 vertical, and the cryo barrel, and the converter. So the cryo and the converter and the type of grip I use is pretty much similar. I also use standard ammo. I don't use regular ammo. Um, and I don't use the high zoom optics. I just don't. I don't do it. I mean, I could, but I don't like to shake as much. It seems to be less camera shake when I use this versus using this. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, that's more shake than. Anyway, oh, look at all these things. Okay, so the SOAR, the KTS100 MK8 LMG, and my other exception sometimes is the AK205. Even though right now I have been enjoying running the 10-point green laser for this gun. It's amazing. I like it. This gun was meant to, in my opinion, get back at those annoying snipers throughout the match who think it's okay to try to snipe anything that freaking moves on the map. But that set aside, I'm watching the videos I've watched in the past 5 days. Okay, I've seen people say this is a meta. I've seen people say the TR7 is a meta. I've seen people say the EF88 is a meta. The M16, I'm pretty sure the M16 is actually meta, but mine's only like level 8, so I don't really screw with it. I know the EF8, this is only level 8 too, but I was also watching a video who said that they think they're Battlefield full of shit when they say this is meta. But what makes a meta statistically is the percentage of people who choose that weapon. So this season or half season, I'm not sure how the meta is measured as far as a season or half season, right? Full season versus half season, I'm not sure. So let's just say for half the season, 80% of Battlefielders chose the SOAR. Well, the SOAR is 80% meta, right? 80% of people chose it. It was a popular choice. And there's some kind of a website you can use to verify all this information as far as a percentage picking the gun, making it a meta. When I used to play Call of Duty, a meta to me was what you put on the gun. Whether it was a converter, well, it didn't have converter. I mean, they had muzzles, but I don't remember a converter being a muzzle in Call of Duty. Anyway, the barrel, the muzzle, the barrel, the grip that you used, never really the mag. The mag's always really just weighed down the gun, making the mobility, making it sluggish to run with, pretty much. In Call of Duty, it's the ammo. Ammo does make a meta in Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure ammo in here can make a meta, especially when you see the headshot multiplier down there on the right hand side light up green at 157 versus 140. Well, here's the deal, man. As far as that goes, so my last video I went into it a little bit more on that. But this time I'm just gonna tell you, look, screw the headshot multiplier. Did I need a headshot multiplier to knock that guy down? No. Didn't need one to knock that guy down. Didn't need one to knock that guy down. Now this isn't really a long range, so I'm gonna mount up on this. Didn't need a headshot multiplier for that guy. I didn't even hit the target in the head. So I don't think the ammo really makes a difference. What I think the ammo does do is make it to where I am not, at the cost of 30 points, allowed to use my mini or my green laser or my flashlight or my grip or my amount of ammo, max size. I mean, the barrel and the muzzle, I mean, hell, that's only 15 points, so it doesn't really matter. So what I mean by points is if you look at the top right-hand side of the screen, under the word that says Super Shot on my screen, it shows you 95 of 100. Well, if you take a gun that has no attachments, you have attachments on all my guns. Let's use this one. If I take everything off of this gun, that I can here, well, I don't have that unlocked. Take everything off that you can. Can't really do that part, but I can do an iron sight on this one. So you start on a point range for your attachments, okay? Each attachment has a cost. Up at the top, you have 100 of 100. So you can put as many attachments as you want to up to the point of where you're at 100. Once you hit 100, you can't put any more attachments on. You can take attachments off and put other attachments on that cost less. It's called a budget build. And that term came, I'm pretty sure that term came from Delta Force because I don't remember Battlefield ever having budget builds as far as what you can throw on. But in Delta Force you do. So anyway, you know, I could choose a violet laser, which is pretty actually normal. For DMR, actually, I probably would use a violet laser. I'm gonna put on the compensator because I think the compensators look cool on these guns versus the flash hiders. But okay, so let's do this. See, this flash hider is 10 points. It takes the precision down to 66. This flash hider is 20 points. It bumps the precision up to 67. Now, this is a compensator. It's 10 points. It does exactly the same as that 20-point flash hider. Notice that? Nothing changes. It's still 67. Does the exact same thing for less costs. It does reduce recoil buildup and improves recoil recovery, as to where this limits intensity of the muzzle flash and fully hides emerald spotting while firing. Reduces recoil buildup and improves recovery with fire. But here's the deal. Let's open up the substat. If you don't know what substats are, it's at the bottom of your right-hand screen. On a PS5, you hit R3, now you got substats. So now, if I choose the flash hider in 3D, nobody can spot me in any range in 3D. Okay, it means they're only going to be able to spot me 2D, but they can spot me 2D at 150 meters. Now, it's not really that big of a deal. I have a gun that's just like this, which I will get into later on once I hit that gun. I'm only using this DMR as examples for things. So, if I shoot my gun at 150 meters, I'm going to pop up with the whatever color your enemies are. Mine is peachish, like a peach color. So on me, you're going to see an outline with an empty circle because I'm 150 meters away. Okay, I'm halfway hidden. I'm not fully hidden, halfway hidden. Now, if I was 3D spot on at 150 meters, I'd be a full, complete color on your radar. Well, what the fuck, man? Why would I care about that? So I'm gonna go over here to the compensator. Notice the difference? Now I can only be spotted at 54 meters in 3D. I mean, yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna get spotted here, not in 3D, but somebody's still gonna know I'm there because at 150 meters they're gonna see me shooting this gun anyway. So I mean, really, like, why am I gonna give two shits about that? Here's the deal: I'm gonna use this compensator. I'm gonna shoot somebody, and in 50 meters, by the time they get to me, I'm probably gonna have a different gun. I'm not gonna be using this gun. Um, that I can take them out with, right? I mean, in theory, that's the theory. So why would I care about hiding myself halfway or exposing myself pretty much all the way? I mean, technically, I'm pretty much exposing myself all the way. So yeah, okay, there could be an argument there, but if I'm good enough, I'm not gonna care about that. What I am gonna care about is the fact that this reduces recoil buildup and improves recoil recovery, and it doesn't take any hit on my substats, not one. Now, I mean, if you want to sit here and say, "Oh, that's a green mark," though, yeah, so who cares, bro? 0 meters in 3D, but they're still gonna spot me because in 2D they can see me at 150 meters. I'm not really hiding myself. Anyway, that's enough of that. So, go back to my guns. So, I think I already did say the third gun was my AK. At first I was running the Violet, and then I was watching a video. A YouTuber, he's actually really cool. I'm gonna pull this up so I can tell you his name. So if you go to Catalyst underscore HD, this guy breaks all this stuff down to the T, like to the point of how fast you run with your knife to how slow you run with your gun versus the knife to how fast you run with the defibrillator, the torch, all that stuff versus running with guns and the other. But he doesn't just do that. He also breaks down the speed as far as the rate of fire. He breaks down the bullet velocity. He breaks down quite a lot. Now, my AK-205 only deals 20 damage times 1.40 when it comes to the multiplier. Okay, so whatever, man. Like, it's the only gun I have on here that only does 20 damage. So the M4 A1 down the bottom right hand, it does 26. The MP does 26. The DRS does 26. The PP19 does 26. The SL does 26. The Bell only does 17. It doesn't even do anything other, but it has a faster fire rate. The SG6, 26. But here's the deal about my AK. Look at my precision and my control. Like, dude, like that's like almost as max as there is no other gun I don't think in this game that comes close to that. At least none. Well, you can sit here and say that SL comes close because it does. It's at 74, 49 for the Veil, But there is no other gun in this game that does that. None. Oh, okay. I mean, hell, the Broad doesn't even come close. The Broad has one precision. So that means the Broad in this game is the worst gun in this game, precision wise. Okay, so we did that zoomed in. Now we're gonna do this zoomed out, or with no ADS. Did you see the bullets? Are you tracking the bullets where they're going? Look at the spread on that shit. Here, tell you what, we'll use the door. Look at that spread. Now, I don't have any cool red dots that I can put on all these bullet holes to show you the exact bullet holes where they landed, but you can pretty much see them. I do gotta do something real quick. Hold on. I gotta shoot that radio. I don't want to get in trouble for music on here. So, yeah, that's this gun, right? Look at this thing. Look at how nasty this is. And that's what me, if I had to really check it out, that might be 15, 20 meters. So there's this guy. Why is anybody saying this gun is meta right now? Because maybe it will do that once. That's 20 meters. That's the door. Right? This was about 20 meters. Yeah, anyway. I do use the QBZ. One of my other favorites is why it's level 26. I took the QBZ off for right now, so I can level up to SL9. The bell is one of my top favorites, depending on what the map is. So what I mean by what the map is this. Okay, I think I was going on that route and I veered off a bit. So you look where it tells you the name of the gun. Okay, so 600 weapon assault. It says B3684, which, by the way, this is the Holger. You see that it's versatile, it's mid-range, and it's got a steady fire rate. Okay, I've also been told this is meta. Now, I don't know about you, but I've had this gun recently from crate in BR Battle Royale, and I used the dang thing, and I promise you, I was aimed in on a guy maybe just a little bit farther than that right there. Okay, I wasn't mounted. I was standing and I'm firing. And this gun was all over the place. And no, as you can tell, I can for the most part handle the recoil. Like recoil's not too bad. But when I looked, like this guy nailed me. Okay, the guy I'm talking about in a game I played, which I did not. In a round I played, I did not record, but he nailed me. I don't remember what he had, but I was shooting at him, and he's running, he's getting away. And I'm just like, and he's running, he's still going, and I reloaded, and he killed me. So this gun is not meta. I mean, okay, you can do that. Okay, you can do that. It's not meta. It's never going to be a meta. The only way this is a meta is because it comes out of the ground loot. It comes out of loot that you get in Battle Royale. And yeah. But maybe outside of RedSec, like maybe for Conquest and all those other things that you get when you own the game, maybe a lot of people are using it. But in RedSec, I promise you, almost nobody's using this damn thing, except for the fact that it's a gun that you can pick up if you die and you got to come back and you need something real quick, because that happens a lot with this gun. So anyway, as far as the meta stuff and the ranges, I think the range and what you're facing in the situation is depending on whether you have a meta or you don't. It depends on what you got going on and as far as your attachments on the gun. Okay, I don't think it matters if I'm gonna use the violet sight and now I'm gonna come in here and I'm like, oh, that guy's such an easy kill. All right, cool. Here we go. Oh wait, I'm missing all my shots. But I got the violet laser on. Why am I missing all my shots, right? Like, I should be hitting that guy with ease. Well, here's the thing. I just showed you that using the green laser. Okay, hold on. I don't know why my thumb's doing that. Sorry. Just knock that down and reset it. So, just the green laser, right? It's not the violet laser. It's green. It's not purple. This is meant for hipfire, not meant for distance. That was so much cleaner than the violet laser. Alright, violet laser attached. You can see the laser. Here we go. Now, it wasn't exactly 100% not an easier kill or faster kill or anything like that. But if you go back just a couple seconds in this video when I had the green laser out and you run it with this laser, I think the green laser was a little bit easier in control of the weapon, which is interesting because the green laser deals with hip fire as to where the violet laser deals with mobility. It doesn't even deal with precision. It doesn't even touch precision. I don't know if you know this, but you go hip fire, precision, control, and mobility. Precision is what is controlling the spread of your bullet, where your bullet's going to land. Whether you ADS in and your bullet's going to hit straight, or one's going to ping off to the left, or one's going to ping off to the right. That's precision. It's not hip fire. It's not mobility. I mean, you can sit here and say control, but control is the recoil, the gun kick, what the gun's going to look like while you're shooting it. Which there isn't, really, to be honest with you, there isn't a whole lot except for the grips that really have to do with control. The grips are about the only damn thing in this game that change control. Now, you can sit here and say that that also affects the precision, but it really doesn't, because the barrels are what the precision is really about. What kind of barrel you're using. Now, you do have some stats that are also affected depending on the barrel, too, like mobility, because a heavier barrel is definitely going to make it to where you're not going to move faster with your gun. It's going to make it to where you move heavier because your gun's heavier. So, anyway, yeah, precision is what is controlling where your bullet is going. The laser is not controlling it. The laser is just making it easier for you to stay aimed on. If that makes sense. Like, say I'm shooting this guy. Okay, now we got 37 rounds, so we gotta shoot this guy quickly, because while I'm shooting this guy's sneaking up on me. Right? He's sneaking up on me. I don't know he's there, because in the realm of reality, I'm not paying attention to him. I'm paying attention to him. Okay, now maybe I did see this guy in my peripherals, which honestly I do. This is a 75-inch TV. I see quite a lot of stuff on this screen. Doesn't really stink by me. So I'm gonna shoot this guy. Now what I really need to do is if I run out of bullets by the time I drop him, I need to reload fast enough to make sure I counter this guy who's about ready to kill me. So let's do that. Now I didn't run out of bullets fast enough, luckily for that guy. But now let's do this in a ADS to hip fire situation, because in all honesty, that guy probably would have dropped me, even though I didn't even lose. Like, I didn't come out of ADS and then go. I think I did. I think I did come out of ADS, go to that guy, and then re-ADS. So in all honesty, that guy could have wasted my ass, because I spent the extra second to lay him out, let off my ADS, then ADS again. Remember, my ADS speed is 2 seconds. So if this guy has any gun that loads faster than 2 seconds, I have one, then he would have just wasted me. Look at that. 1.9 seconds. This is reload speed. I'm using the reload speed because it took me 2 seconds for my ADS when I was using this gun just now. So I killed this guy. I'm making all kinds of noise. I am using a converter. I'm not suppressed. So this guy's sneaking up on me because he's hearing me lay that guy way out there out. Okay. Now, ADS and that guy. See what just happened? This is a long range gun. Remember what I was talking about ranges and knowing your situation. Okay. I'm laying this guy out. Oh, shit. Doesn't even do justice. Hold on. Let's reset the target. Now, if you want to say that this is better at a burst to then lay into, okay, cool. So we'll do burst, okay? Now, okay, yeah, I did have a little bit more time to deal with that. But again, this is a long-range gun, okay? So I'm long-range shooting this guy. This guy's sneaking up on me. And now this guy's sneaking up on me. And I didn't get the kill off, so he just got me killed. But if I was using my AK-205, and I'm doing the same scenario, okay? think I could have the same scope. No, I do have it. I was using a mini on the Holger. Anyway, so we're going to use the same scenario, okay? Now, this is also a long-range gun, but here's the difference. Well, I ran out of bullets because I accidentally spanned too far to the right. So, that was the difference, though. Did you see how much faster it was? I just took out 3 guys, dude. Like, this guy out here is trying to snipe me, being a pain in my ass. Then this guy's trying to sneak up on me, and then this guy, because he heard that, thinks I went down. So now he's running at full speed, and now he's not. I still had 10 bullets left. I probably could have taken out that guy. Let's try it. Nope. Okay, I didn't have enough to take him out. So, in reality, he probably just ducked behind something. Never took him out. So, in all honesty, if you're lasering this guy, which that, I don't know if you know this, but he's considered lasering, okay? That's a laser. That's a laser. He just got laser beam. He just got sawed in half by a fucking AK-205. Anyway, so I think that's what makes a meta, in all honesty, is knowing the range of your gun. Okay, let's go to the SGX, for example. I am doing this a lot faster than I did in the original video because I ran out of time to the original video doing this, and I had to do a part 2. So I'm trying to keep this in just one video. So this is a SGX. Okay, this is 100% close range, right? Let's double check. This is close range. Yes, it's 100% close range. Aggressive, close range, high fire rate. It's got rounds per second, 830 rate of fire. Yeah, rate of fire rounds per second, 830 rounds per second. Okay, at least that's what the game is saying, right? So we're gonna go ahead and click on it. We're gonna go ahead and I don't use that scope. What the hell is that? That is not my. Oh, there's my gun. So we're gonna do the same scenario. We're gonna ignore the sniper. We're not gonna touch the sniper. Okay. I know this is a close range. I know I'm not gonna put myself in an engagement where I'm gonna face a sniper with this gun because I'm not gonna let myself do that. Now, if I'm jumping on a roof and I see a sniper, oh shit, I'm jumping off the roof. Okay, I'm going back down to close range. That's all there is to it. It's not mid. It's not long. It's close range, meaning that guy right there, that guy right there. Maybe I can ADS that guy right there. I'm sure I can ADS this guy. Yeah, he's no problem. Sure. But it starts to get a little heavier towards that guy. Notice the bobbing and shit. Now, there's my sniper. Why did I just waste all that ammo on that sniper? Okay, again, I'm running the converter. So I'm making all kinds of noise. So by the time I kill that sniper with this freaking SMG, what's going on around me? You know, I'm losing my meta range, right? Sniper with this gun is not a meta range. This guy's meta range, 10 meters, that's meta range. 5 meters, that's meta range. 20 meters of meta range. In all honesty, middle of the map, what is that, 30 meters up there, 35 meters? That's my max range with the close range. That's my max range, okay? That left me with 21 bullets. I'm not gonna hit that guy right now because I was holding the recoil horrible. Now that happens a lot too. Okay, like you're in the middle of the game, you're going on. Oh, it's not so smooth. You're not just like, oh, I'm gonna hit that guy. Oh, I'm gonna hit this guy. Oh, I'm gonna hit. No, shit happens. Like you overturn, hit the glass, like I did right there, or you're not gonna hold your recoil as easy because you just seen somebody over here that distracted you from shooting the guy that you were initially shooting. But my point is, my meta range is these 3 guys, ideally. So I'm going to be inside of a building, and they're not going to be out here in the open like they are in this firing range. This guy's going to be doing diddly squat over there, hiding in the corner, trying to get the drop on me like a camper. This guy may be with his partner on an objective. Maybe the camper's a part of them, and it's a strategy because some people try to say camping is a strategy. Um, but realistically, no, that's not the case, right? So, do I think Iceman Isaac is right when he says, "Oh, this gun's a meta," right? Because he's got the same build. Well, he doesn't have the same build. It's his build. He acts like he owns the build. Um, which if you see him play, he really does own it. I'm not talking shit about the guy. The guy's actually pretty cool. I like watching his content. Um, kudos, cheers, Iceman, Isaac, you're pretty dope. Um, but now everybody thinks this gun is meta. So you want to know how you know that? When you're in Battle Royale and you see like 9 different people, 10 different people, 20 different players running the same damn gun with the same damn build, the same exact scope, the same exact forge grip, the laser, everything all the way down to the muzzle. Bro, really? Now, the one thing I can say about this gun with this optic is there's almost zero recoil. Zero recoil. But you know what this gun is not going to do perfectly? It's going to do it right here because I'm inside of here, right? Like, it didn't really... The guy's not plated. He's not running for me. He's just a target sitting still on a metal fucking deal doing jack shit. Except for one job, which is to show me how much damage somebody has with no plates, right? So he's not running from me. He's not ducking behind a wall. He's not doing anything. He's just standing there. So he's wasted. Now, this is an LMG, and this is long range. So let's see what it does hip fire to this guy. Did you notice only 3 bullets hit that guy? I'm squeezing 1 bullet at a time. And I'm not even hitting this damn plate thing. So, just to show you my theory about the whole long range versus short range. This is a long range weapon, okay? Now, I'm not going to hip fire anything out there because this is not going to happen. That's when you start ADSing. That's when the violet laser comes to play. Making sure you're hitting precise shots, your criticals. So white, not critical. I don't know if I can get it. I don't think I can get a yellow on him. So white, non-critical. Yellow, critical. Yellow, critical. Red is dead. So white, yellow, red is dead. So if I'm shooting this guy in the leg, it takes 109 damage, which these guys only have 100 damage. The multiplier comes into effect, which is why you see the 9. We're gonna go mid-range, right? Center mass. Or here, we'll go shoulder or elbow. Did it again. Now we'll go a little bit further out. We're gonna go this guy for mid-range. Our mid-torso, which is center mass. So we got a little bit more of a multiplier on it, but still, right? Now, in the firing range, I do this so you can see precisely where my bullet is going to land versus me being all over the place trying to cover recoil recovery. So we're going to go dead straight headshot. Notice the difference in the multiplier, too, by the way, while I was doing that. Anyway, so this gun is 100% long range. If you look at it, it says long range. It says accurate long range, steady fire rate. It's got one of the slower fire rates, is 514 rate of fire, so 514 bullets per second, if that's what that's supposed to be portraying. But anyway, veering off track. So most of my metas all pretty much pertain the same. I don't know why I took off. No, it's still there. Oh, that's right. It's on the other side of this gun. So the laser is on the rail, on top of the rail, and the light's on the right. Or left, no, right side. As to where the MP5, the laser's on one side, the light's on the other. Okay, I don't know why. It's just some cosmetic shit that they did. So there was a gun earlier I was telling you about. I don't remember why I was talking about this gun, but anyway, um, this gun, if you add the mag, this mag right here, or the drum, its own drum version of a drum, it becomes a bullfrog. Now it's gonna look like that because I have the grip on. So let's take the grip off so you can accurately see it. You ever play Call of Duty? This is the bullfrog. Okay, look at the gun cameo down there on the right hand side. That's a bullfrog, man. That's a bullfrog. But for whatever reason, the bullfrog isn't as good in this game. Like, okay, I've never really used this, the bullfrog side of this for the whole hipfire shit. And now that I have, like, that actually looks pretty nice. It did a pretty good hipfire. Heck, I didn't even use that much ammo. Okay, so I'll take that back. The bullfrog does pretty good with the 53 round and hipfire. All right. So when it comes to this gun, if you don't want to run a 30 round, which I do this because of my reload, 2.5 and 900ths of a second. So 2 seconds, 2.509ths of a second. It affects my mobility, which means I'm not walking or running as fast with this gun. Not my movement isn't as quick with this gun as if I had the 30 round. Because if you notice, the mobility goes back up, and it's 2.3 seconds for my reload, and that's on the 5.30 round clip that comes with your damn gun. Like, cool, man. Um, I don't change my ammo ever. I just leave it on standard. I really don't care about the headshot multiplier because there's not really much of a difference. Not really. Look at this. All it did was give me 30 more points because I am running with headshot multiplier. I mean, that was still 108. A minute ago with a different gun, that was 115. Right? That's 105. Because now we're going out of this gun's range. That's exactly a perfect example of what I was talking about range with certain guns. This is a mid-range gun. And my multiplier started going down at mid-range. It was higher at close range. Started going down at mid-range. Right? Anyway, I'm gonna take the sub rounds off, put that back on, put my other barrel back on. Now, why don't I use this one versus this one? Why don't I use the ribbed vertical forge grip versus the alloy vertical forge grip? Well, because I lose my mobility by 4 points. It may not be a lot, but if you think about it, okay, my precision only goes up 2, right? I gain 2, 61 from 59, that's 2. My control goes up by 3, but I lose my mobility by 4. I don't want to sacrifice my mobility. I want this gun to be as agile as humanly freaking possible when I'm running with it. You know why? Because I'll run faster if I don't switch over to my knife. I'm not saying that I run faster with that gun than I do with my knife. That's not all I'm saying. Because the knife is one of the lightest things you can run with in this game. Just like the defibrillator pads and the torch. The settling torch, which is what they use in this settling torch, or welding torch. Not a welding torch. I mean, a settling torch is a welding torch, but I want to say it's more like the kind of torch you go to Home Depot, you get the yellow torch and the nozzle for soldering. There we go, soldering torch. It's kind of what the torch in this game reminds me of. Anyway, or campy torch, whatever you want to call it. But look at my substat. Okay, I switched over to the vertical, the ribbed. I lost the mobility, and I gained a point 0.4 on my recoil amount. You shouldn't, right? Like that's the whole reason why I'm going to use that over this, which changes nothing. Everything stays the same. Recoil amount 0.5 degrees. 0.5 degrees. I lose 1 degree. 0.1 degree. And it knocks my mobility down because of 1 point of a recoil. A point of a recoil? Nah, I'm good, man. I'll stay with this. Anyway, I think I'm starting to get up there in my time on this video. Yeah, I got 9 minutes left. So my point of this video was to show you. I don't think it's the attachment. I don't think. I mean, maybe it is the attachments, right? But it's definitely not the percentage of the people that pick a gun. So you're gonna sit here and tell me, "Oh my god, it's so cool because it's a meta," which is because 90% of the people chose that gun that day. Who the fuck cares, dude? Who cares? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna choose a gun that nobody else is choosing. You know why? Because it kicks ass, and I'm gonna prove a point. I don't just play this game. I do play this game to have fun. I do play this game because it's a way to pass time. It helps me stay away for the amount of time that I'm playing it out of my own head and into a different mindset. Um, but at the end of the day, if I can whoop somebody's ass with this gun who's using a AKA meta for the season, I'm going to. And I have. I've actually done pretty good with this gun, especially in Gauntlet. Right now, we still only have. I think we only have solos. Let's see. Oh, we got duos. Duos are back. Um, yeah. So it's duos. Duos and Gauntlet. The only way you can play quads right now is if you play ranked. Otherwise, you're playing duos and you're playing Gauntlet. I don't do BR no more. Not really. Maybe if they come back out, or maybe when duo BR quads, regular BR quads comes back, maybe I will. But right now I'm not. So at the moment, yeah, I'm just doing Gauntlet. For one, I get the weapon XP. Like when I started with this the other day, it was 9. It was at 9, and it's already at 15. That was just from playing Gauntlet. I don't have. Let me show you. I don't have. I don't have any of the boosters or modifiers right now. I mean, I have 115. Okay, 3 15-minute battle pass ones and 1 30-minute rank, career rank. That's it. I don't. I'm not. Like. So I'm gonna play Gauntlet because it tells you right here on Gauntlet. If you come back here, uh, shit, where do I say it? That's gonna make me eat my words. Don't do that. Come on. For around player 25 minutes. There was somewhere on here that said the other day showed Gauntlet with weapon XP boost. So anyway, Gauntlet gives me an XP boost, and I'm cool with that. Like, why would I play in one that doesn't really do much than the other does? You know, I'm playing Red Sec. I could drop into duos and quads whenever the hell I want to, or solos, which I really don't care about solos in this. I used to, and I was having fun with it, and then I don't know, something just gave me a bad taste about it. So I stopped playing solos. Um, I do look forward to having regular quads. I don't do casual. I've never really been a casual. You can shoot me in that with saying I did in Call of Duty, and yeah, okay, I did. I don't think I ever recorded me doing casuals on Call of Duty though. But anyway, if you like this video, drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I only got 27 subscribers. I had 29. I lost 2 somewhere along the way. I don't know. Most of my subscribers are family members who are just supporting me and this slow journey I got going on here. If you are somebody who watches Iceman, let them know I said peace, deuces. I wasn't talking bad. I just don't always agree with people saying a meta is a meta because a website tells them. Like, we're playing Battlefield. Why do I need to go to a third party website to tell me what a meta is for a game that they're not even playing? The third party, you know. Screw the third party. My eyes are better than the third party. My visual and feel to the game is my own, not a website's. A website's not going to tell me that a gun is meta because 20 people used it that day or that season or however they want to do it. But yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Hopefully my voice recorded this entire time because I'm not doing this third time. So, love, peace, and chicken grease.